All right, how are all you night readers doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everything is going well. Hey, Fairy Wren, welcome. Welcome. How's everything going? All right, let's see what our theme for the next 24 hours will be. All right, the theme is going to be boundaries. Boundaries. Hey, Nana. It's good to be here. It's always good to be seen. So our theme for the next 24 hours is boundaries. So just remember, if you're doing something this weekend and all, remember what those boundaries are. Remember, it's very apropos because our boundaries are 6 feet apart. Those are our boundaries. So, yeah, everybody keep that in mind. Our theme of the day is boundaries. Boundaries. All right, so hey, Grump. Good to see you. Glad you're here. I'm glad you guys are all doing good. I'm glad you're well. That's good. Yeah, it's good to have Grump here. Okay, well, guys, contact me in June or July or at all, basically. But mainly, no, the music, I've had the music for probably about 2 weeks or so. Ever since a friend of mine made the album for me. I could only wish. Oh, it really looks like he is interested in spending some time with you for sure. It looks like he has to make it. He has a decision he has to make first. He has to decide about something, and he can't get out of the relationship he's in right now, until he decides. Thanks, man. Yeah, there's a link, a YouTube thing at the bottom of my description. You can search for the album, and it is on YouTube. Hey, Mr. Cats, welcome. Yeah, I know it's always there, just kind of in the background, just kind of floating through. Yeah. So I do see where he's in a relationship now, and if he doesn't make a decision, he's not going to be able to get out of it. But then, I do see him coming to you. I see him coming to you, and I think this is somebody who is, I think there's all family around, and I think there's a perfection issue in this whole thing. I think somebody really feels like, the person who's right for him has to be absolutely perfect in the eyes of the family. So if people are not perfect, then they have to watch because the family is watching. And of course there's always ups and downs. There's ups and downs. This is going to take a while. So yeah, you're saying June or July, and I think probably it's going to be July because time is turning. all along. So, yeah, you just have to keep that in. You just have to keep that in mind. But I think things will work out for you. That's for sure. Yeah. Hey, Tree. She is a relative. Who is a relative? He has to stop his parents from controlling his love life. There you go. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I definitely think they are looking for perfection. And it's just, it's not for them to tell. You are very welcome, Nana. Very, very welcome. Glad to do the reading for you. So, who else has a question? Who else has a question? All right. Will you get a refund from the university? The girl his parents chose as a relative. That's interesting. Now that explains all the relative cards then. And that's why they think she's perfect for him. I didn't expect that, but okay. You dropped a course and you want to see if they're going to give you a refund. Or no refund. Let's see. It is always calm here. No matter what's going on in the outside world. Things are always calm on this channel. All right, so of course nothing in the money department comes up here at all, but I do see I would go with thinking that you've canceled the course already. You've already canceled. Hey Joe, it's great for you to be here. Thanks. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's well. I see where this whole canceling the course was a big risk for you. I see where it's something you had to think about for a long time. It was something you really had to give a lot of thought about. You suppressed you had your feelings in you held them all in. Basically, you were holding your feelings in about this whole class, and then you decided, you know what, that's it, I can't do it. I think yes, they will give you a refund because everything turns out quite happy with the sun. You get your fulfillment with the sun, you get the light, you get the warmth, and then then that class is over, and then new classes will begin. So that's what you have with here at the end. You've got the end of one thing and the beginning of something, then something else starts after that. Well, that's exactly what that is with your class. So you've ended the one class, and I'm sure you've taken others. You've signed up for others by now. So I do think that it was something that you really thought about for a long time. It wasn't something that you just ran headlong into. But I do see where it does look like they will give you your money back, and then you'll start something new. You'll start on you start new classes at that point. All right. So that is what I see for you. All right. All right. So who's got a question? I feel like that TV show, Let's Make a Deal. Who wants to make a deal? And then everybody screams and yells and stands up, and they all want to make a deal. They all want to win a car or a trip. But not everybody can. And it's just like tarot. Everybody wants to have the happiest reading, and everybody wants to get the guy or girl in the end, and everybody wants to be happy in the end, and it doesn't always work out that way. Life doesn't always work out that way. So, exactly what's behind door number 3? It's the big deal. The big deal today is worth $21,352. I do watch that show a lot. You accidentally spilled a bit of coffee on the new Wizard's Tarot. Oh, the box, not the cards. Okay, well, it is what it is. Yeah, beggars can't be choosers, number 1, and I am not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. But I am going to lose cards. Oh, well. That's all right. I just have to giggle about it. It doesn't make any difference. All right, so who's got a question? Who do we have that has a question? Not sure how to word this one, but okay. What will help me shed some bad habits? Okay. How can you overcome bad habits? Basically, right? That's what you want to do. You want to overcome bad habits. And to do that, I am not going to use that deck. I'll use my bad habit deck. Okay, good and shuffled, right? Isn't that always it? Good and shuffled. And then I pull the same cards as I pulled last time. That's always how it works, It always works out that way. All right, let's see what we got for you. So how can you overcome some bad habits that you're keep yourself emotionally balanced? Obviously, that's number 1. You've got kings on both ends of this reading, so you've got kings on both sides of you. So you really need to, like I said, you really need to get in tune with some emotional things that that you deal with. So there's some emotions that you're dealing with that you obviously don't want to be dealing with, and some of it causes the bad habits that you have. So once you deal with the emotional issues, I think then I think some of the bad habits will go away. I think that will help with them. But and I also see where you are, mature enough that you can get past these. You can definitely get past this kind of stuff, and you can rise above it. You can rise above it. You can get that fresh start and clarity. You've got the Ace of Swords, and you see how the sword is higher than everything else in the background. So to me, that's you kind of rising above all of the obstacles that are back there, those mountains, right? Those mountains are obstacles, but here you are way up here, rising up out of everything. You've got everything. You've got everything you need. You've got all the tools that you need. You've got the whole world in your hands, right? It's like the song. You got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world. Yeah. Anyhow, so yeah, you got the whole world. You're looking out. You're trying to see exactly what is going to be the best course of action for you. But you definitely have the tools to move forward and get past this stuff, get past the habits. And then, of course, you have right in the middle of it all, you've got the Empress, which means you're going to have a baby. No, it doesn't mean that. You're not going to have a baby. But I would say that's the growth part of it all. The Empress, yes, of course, it means fertility, and it means, a lot of times motherly things and all that. But it also, to me, it shows growth, all this new growth all around her. You can see. So I see where you can grow out of this whole thing. Obviously, you can move forward. You're going to be able to do this. You've got all the tools you need to rise above everything, and you'll grow from it. So I definitely think that's the story. But I think it's really going to hinge on emotions, on getting an emotional grip on some of the things that you don't necessarily want to. Yeah, it's always the tough part, right? It's always the tough part, getting an emotional grip. I can understand that. All right, so what do we got next? All right, who has a question? Hey, kitty cat, welcome. Baby, haha. The Empress has come up for me lately. I see growth and possibility. Sure. Like a pregnant situation. Well, yeah, you could. I mean, that's always the first implication when you see the Empress card. Oh, somebody's pregnant. Somebody's having a baby. But I definitely see, based on what your question was, I definitely saw the growth part of that. Definitely saw that. So. All right. So what do we got? What do we have going on? Not a whole lot, eh? Okay. So anyhow, while we're here, there's always the website you can take a quick peek at, nightreadertarot.com. You can leave comments. You can find my Facebook and Instagram and YouTube from there. You can also, the comments will come right to my email, so I do reply to them all. You can make donations there to the live stream. You can also set up appointments for private readings if you're interested in that also. So nightreadertarot.com, all your Night Reader Tarot, for all your Night Reader Tarot needs. And now back to our show. You have habitual negative thinking. Yeah, there you go. It's the emotions that are killing you. I'm telling you. You think better, you will live better. But that's coming from me. That's like the pot calling the kettle black. So. Yeah, because that's always an issue. Habitual negative thinking. That plagues a lot of people. It really does plague a lot of people. So, all right. So what else do we have? What else we got going on? I have not been talking much all day today, so my voice is kind of gravelly for some reason. Yeah, think better, you live better. Absolutely. Hey, Lucie. Hello, hello. Welcome. You are just in time to be the next person to ask a question. You are. There you go. You recognize it, and you've now had validation of it. So there you are. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I can't talk because it's the same way with me. I'm exactly the same. I definitely am. All right, well, I got to get a drink here real quick while you guys are typing questions frantically, I know. Mm-hmm. Typing frantically. I can almost hear the keys from here. Almost hear them. But so what else we got going? What else do we have? There's got to be things going on, right? That you guys are all that you all want to know and you all want to ask questions about. There's got to be something. Right? Or maybe not. Not necessarily, right? That isn't necessarily so. I know. The sounds of silence. You get the music going, and yeah, I can put you to sleep if you want. I can just put everybody to sleep. So, all right, I don't know. What do we got going on? I have no idea. I can do a general reading for us all and see what's happening generally. What are T's next moves towards you? I knew Lucy would have a question. I knew Lucy would have one for me. His next moves towards you. Oh, look at that. The lovers. Right in the middle of it all. And then the 10 of cups after it. How much better is that? Once again, we start with the Knight of Rods. We start off with that Knight of Rods. And he is the risk taker. Energetic, but very much the risk taker who is also can be a show off. So, I think sometimes T is just just tries to show off to get attention. I think he's looking for attention. I think that's kind of what he always looks for. And he probably looks for it from you. He probably looks for that attention from you. He is very he's that stable and responsible person, though. He is responsible, even though, like I said, even though he's the risk taker and he does the whole show off thing. That's just to get a reaction from people. It's just to get people to notice him, But I definitely see where on the inside, when you really get to know him, yeah, he's that person who is responsible, and he could be very stable. When it comes to a relationship, you've got all the love and happiness coming your way. So I definitely think he is heading your direction. That's for sure. And I think it's going to be. I think it'll work. I think things are going to work out when he makes the move towards you. I just think you don't always feel that it's going to work. You don't feel that it's going to work out because you can't get everything. You're not getting everything you want out of it. You want everything, and there's always one thing that you just can't get. And maybe that's the commitment that he's not willing to do. Maybe he's just not willing to do the commitment right now. And that's, if that's something that you're willing to put behind you, well, then I think, things should work out okay. Things wouldn't be so bad. You just keep on, you just keep moving forward, being happy. Look at all the happiness here and the yellow, and of course the 10 of Cups, where everything is happy and emotionally happy. You feel really good emotionally. She's standing there. She's got the sun on her back. It's nice and warm. It's bright. And she's just standing there with her eyes closed, kind of basking in the sun. And that's what you want. You want to be happy and bask in the sun. But, there's going to be something that he just doesn't offer. He just does not offer to you. And I think that's something you're going to have to get past, at least for right now. Okay? Hey, Kayla. Welcome. Okay, Grump says, is work going to get better? All the good things about it keep going away slowly. I feel your pain. Boy, Grump, you and I must be the same people. We must be the same people, because that's just how my work used to be. I was all gung-ho. Everything was great. Come in every day early, leave every day late, because I enjoyed doing it, and I was happy, and I was, working hard and everything. And they just kept taking more things away. And eventually, they forced a bunch of us old-timers to retire. Now, I'm not knocking retirement, because I'm kind of enjoying that. It gives me time to do a lot of other things. But that really wasn't my plan in my 50s. All right, so let's see. Why do things keep getting worse and worse? What's going to happen with your job? Yeah, you're struggling with it. You are struggling with that job. You're struggling. It's a struggle every day to get up and get out of bed. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like you just have to struggle every single day and fight tooth and nail just to get yourself out of bed. You basically are having to tell yourself, all right, I have to go to work. I have to go to work. No matter how bad things are getting, I have to go to work. And that basically happens every morning. And of course, then you always have the Sunday night blues, where the next day you got to go back to work. You just have to remember there's going to be hope. There's hope for you, which may come in the form of a completely different job, because you are strong and sure of your abilities. You are very grounded, so that makes you that helps you with making good decisions by being grounded and being calm and relaxed most of the time. That's the disposition you're going to have just to get through this. But I do see where you are going to, somebody's going to offer you something different. They're going to offer you something completely different, and you are going to jump at it. You're going to jump at the chance no matter what. Whether it's the best thing to do or not the best thing to do, you are just going to jump into it head first. And I honestly think if that happens, it will help you become financially secure, because you can see as the Fool is moving again towards the King of Pentacles, so switching jobs and making that leap, taking that leap of faith, right, is taking you back into a grounded, financially secure king here. So, yeah, that's what I see for you, Grump. I get it. Believe me, I get it. I know I throw little stories about life in there all the time, and maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't do that so much. It gives you a little insight, and it, makes me more of a person. But anyhow, who's got a question? Who has got a question? Yeah. It's a quiet night. Yeah, Friday night. Everybody's got things going on, I guess. You're very welcome, Grump. Very, very welcome. That's nice. Yeah, those are definitely my life stories. But they're not always the happiest stories, I'll tell you that. But I tell them. Okay, well, we are caught up, Kayla. We've been waiting and dying for questions. Hey, Tio. So you have 2, so go for it. We are caught up. The theme for the next 24 hours was boundaries, by the way. For all you who were not here in the very beginning to see what it was. So the theme was boundaries. And of course, our boundaries are 6 feet apart, right? Everybody knows it's from here to here is 6 feet apart. From tree to tree, 6 feet. Tree to tree, 6 feet. Are you actually going, or are you just trying to convince yourself, kind of? Or is it just you wanting to in your head, huh? You're actually going to go? Well, let's see. Let's see what we get for that. Let us see. All right. Are you actually going back to Pennsylvania, or are you just thinking about it? No, I think you're going. I think you're definitely going. I think you are definitely going. Your Ace of Swords is telling you that you're going to have that fresh start with a new opportunity, and that's exactly where that's exactly where that journey begins. You will have you're going to solve problems by going there. You're going to solve problems by going to Pennsylvania. You'll save money. You'll be saving money. You'll be there'll be some relief and some relaxation, some help with things there. I think you'll get some help while you're there and all. And of course, there's going to be people who are very sad to see you go. I'm positive of that. There are going to be people who are sad to see you leave, but you are going to go. You can see it right here in the chariot. You're absolutely going to go. Yeah. Then you got, of course, somebody might be somebody might be so upset that they become the ice queen, right? The no nonsense queen. What did Tio call it last night? We call her Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil. Yes, well, that's her. She's not going to hold anything back. She's going to tell you how she feels. And I think that's because of the heartbroken part. But I definitely still see you going. I see you heading on that journey. So, yeah, you'll get your oomph back. You'll get it back. I know it's a lot of work to move, that's for sure. It is a lot of work, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end. I think you're going to, like I said, I think it's going to save you a lot. I think it's going to help you a lot. So, yeah, definitely. Has she? The Queen of Swords has been stalking you lately, Crumb? Hey, Dragoness. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping in. You can absolutely ask a question. I've been waiting all night. I keep saying, when is Dragoness coming in to ask a question? And, well, there you are. Yeah. Oh, the second one is going to be Will Your Stalker. Will your stalker leave you alone now that you got police involved? Very interesting. All right, will your stalker leave you alone? That's another good reason to get out of town and not let him know where you're going. All right, let's see who we get. Let us see. Will your stalker leave you alone? Because you got the police involved. Huh. Yes. Yeah, I think so. I think so because here, again, you've got the Eight of Cups. You've got the stalker kind of going away, and there is no coming back from that. There's no coming back. You can't get back past those cups since they're piled up so high, Once he got there, he just couldn't get over them, so he can't come back. However, this does not stop your levels of anxiety and nervousness and being scared and stuff like that. I can see where you're extremely emotional right now. You're very emotional about it. It's been something you've been sensitive about for obviously since it's happened. It's not something anybody wants. You try to sleep, but you lose sleep. You can't really get to sleep at night. You have issues where you just don't want to see where you don't want to see what's going on, because here you are sitting there with your, with your hand over your eyes and stuff. And you just don't want to see what's happening with the whole thing. But I do, like I said, I do see where he's going away. And I do see, obviously, this has been a big fight for you. Hey, Kate, how are you? I am doing okay. Okay. So I know exactly why you're asking. So that's exactly why I answer that way. But yeah, so I see where it's causing you all kinds of stress, all kinds of emotional struggles and issues, and and anxiety, and it's just something that you don't want to have to deal with. You don't want to have to deal with it anymore. So yeah, I definitely think he's going away, and he can't come back. There's, this is like Think of it this way. The 8 cups are like the police. It's like the police, right? Coming. Now that he's, they've sent him away, and now the police are involved, so he knows he can't come back because they're going to stop him. So basically the cups are police. All right, so that's what I get for you, Kayla. Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's it today. Just okay. All right, so I saw that Dragoness did put her question up, and it was, what action my interest takes towards me in love? Okay, what action will your love interest take towards you? All right, what actions? All right, let's see. What actions will your love interest take towards you? All right, let's see what we get. Let's see. All right, Agate, I'll talk to you later. I will definitely talk to you later. All right, so what actions? All right, so I think they feel that they are triumphant. They're really doing the right thing. They're doing the right thing, and they've got a lot of support for it when it comes to this relationship. Heading towards you in this relationship, they really have a lot of support, and they really feel good about it. Let's put it that way. That's probably the best way to explain it. Even though you may feel like you've been dragged through the mud a little bit and dragged around, you definitely think this is going to, he definitely thinks it's going to be a good thing, and he's got a lot of support, and you think it's going to be a good thing because you have the four of wands, which is celebration, right? And you're celebrating that you're getting together, and he's happy that it's happening. And then, there's struggles in between a little bit, but not that much. Then you have the Chariot. So it looks like maybe he's coming from somewhere else. He's not here right now. He's not somewhere that's close to you right now, but he's coming that way. He's coming towards you. He's definitely coming towards you, but I see also, just from the Knight of Pentacles, obviously it's going to take a while. It's not going to be it's not going to be really quick or fast, or, it's not going to, there's no blinding speed coming out of that, out of that Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you could light a fire underneath the horse and he wouldn't move. So, but I definitely see where things are good. I see where things are moving in the right direction for you. And I do think both of you are happy about the whole idea of getting together. I really do. I really think you're both happy about it. Even though there's somebody who wants to kind of drag you away from the whole idea, there may be someone involved that wants to kind of keep you out of this relationship. But I don't think it's going to happen, because the two of you are you're celebrating. He's victorious. He's happy and has a lot of support from family and friends, and you're celebrating because everything's good, and you've got all your cats, and you're not the crazy cat lady, but you've got a lot of cats. Yeah, and the little horse is just slowly moving towards you, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a cool card. It's a whole cool deck. Tarot in Wonderland by Barbara Moore. Her website is down in my description. It's down below in the description, where you can look her up and find out information about her and all the other tarot decks and stuff that she works with. Yeah. Yeah, correct. Thank you, Dragoness. I appreciate that. And yes, Kayla, I think you can relax now. I definitely think you can relax. The little pony is just too cute. But you can see why he's so slow. Because he's got such little legs. And that's why. But yeah, I definitely see where he is coming. This person is coming from, from somewhere else, from a ways away. Maybe not thousands of miles, but but not exactly in the same town as you. That's what I saw on that. That's what I see, especially with the chariot. There's movement in that chariot, so it's going to be somebody moving. And then, of course, the King of Pentacles tells you what that pace was. Do I have any daily spiritual practices, meditations, or rituals? Nope, I do not. Since I am retired, I stay home all day, especially since we're still quarantined. And even when we weren't, I stay home all day and play video games. Yes, that is how my life is. That's what my life consists of a lot, is video games. Most of the time. I'd say 90% of my days are filled with video games. And I have so many different styles and variations of games that I play. I play adventure games. I play sports games. I play first-person shooters. I play simulation games. I have all kinds of stuff. I play board games on there. I do. I have a huge variety of different types of games. I have a great horse racing game that I love to play. Just all kinds of stuff. So no, I have nothing that is a spiritual practice. If I did, it would probably be, I'd have to say it would probably be reading my Bible. That should be my daily practice for me personally. And again, this is me here. You see with the big finger? It's me personally. It's just what I think. You got it, Kayla. So yeah, my grandmother used to tell me to do that every single day before she passed away, right before. But I do, I don't do anything other than this tarot reading. And yeah, I guess that's a spiritual practice, right? Fairy Wren. But nothing really interesting. Okay. That's fine, Kayla. Yeah. You too, stay safe. So, all right. So who else has a question? Who else has a question? Yeah. Okay. Kayla, call your mother. Call your mother. From which deck did I read for you? That was I read for you from Tarot in Wonderland. Tarot in Wonderland. right? All these happy cards, and the short-legged horse. Yeah, that's Tarot in Wonderland. It's a beautiful deck. It's absolutely beautiful. As you can see, like all the cards are very colorful. They're great images on them. And it kind of stays along with the whole rider Waite theme, but it's it's got enough difference in it to make it different. It's just it's a great deck. Especially if you're looking for movement in cards, if you look for that kind of stuff, or things going forward or things looking back, or people looking forward or backward. Well, this has a lot of movement in it, so that's a good thing. Hey, Lizelle, welcome. It is good to see you. Good for you to be here. If you have a question, now is your time. Now is the time for you to type it in. I've been waiting here all day saying, when is Lizelle coming to ask a question? I know. I bet you say that to all the viewers. Yep, they are absolutely beautiful cards, though, Dragoness. Can you have a reading about your career? Yeah, sure you can. Absolutely. If there's something specific you want to know about your career, or just the whole career in general. How's it going to go? How's it looking? Are you going to be there for a long time? We'll see what we get. Let's see what we get. Let us see. All right, so this career, I think, is taking a lot of your time. It's taking up a lot of your time, a lot of your free time, and you're not getting that whole work and home balance. You're not getting that whole life work balance thing, and that kind of puts a damper on things. It kind of puts a damper on. It makes having a relationship difficult. It makes it makes everything. It makes you feel very emotional because you just don't have enough time. You don't have the time that you want, so you really feel like you're emotional about things, and you keep this in. You keep it in. So that, other people don't know about it, especially at work. But yeah, you're definitely not getting that whole balance. And again, here's temperance. Here's work and here's home, and you got to balance those out. And I think you're spending a lot more time at work and doing a lot more with work than than at home. So I think you need to spend more time there to keep, so that you can either continue a relationship with someone or start a relationship at some point. I can see where it's, here it is. It's stealing your time, basically. Here's the job, stealing your time. That's kind of where I kind of go with that. But you are very career focused. You are extremely career focused. This is your King of Rods talking. This is your King of Rods speaking. And he is very passionate about what he does. He's very excited about what he does, and he is very focused on career. So you definitely have, that going for you. You've got the whole you've got the whole focus thing down. It's just a matter of, is this really the right place for you? It's something you have to think about. It's something you really have to sit down, think about, really ponder it over. Again, it's going to be an emotional decision. It's definitely going to be an emotional decision. And that's what I see for you. That's what I get, Lizelle. If you're putting in extra hours, maybe you want to cut back with that sometimes. That's kind of what some of that was saying, I think. Yeah, I think that's how I feel. Hey, bountiful sea turtle, just in time. Will you be appreciated in your job by your bosses? Oh, appreciation is... Let's see. I'll use a different deck so we don't get... And then we can't say, oh, well, if you get the same card, it's the same deck and you just didn't shuffle real good. Will you be appreciated by your bosses? All right, let's see. Yeah, you were really a workaholic. That's the whole life. I only have one hand because I've got cards in the other one. But that's the whole home and work balance. You've gotta balance your home time so that you can maintain relationships with people. So yeah, you're happy where you work. You're happy at the place you're working at. Definitely happy there. But the people you work with are a little tough to work with. I see where they may be a little tough to work with. They may be a little difficult to, if you have to work as a group, it may not always work out so well. That might not be the best thing for you, working as a group with people and stuff like that. But I do see where, I don't see anything that really gives me a jump out. Hey, well, are you appreciated from this? I don't see a whole lot of that. You could take the 9 of Wands as a no, maybe. No, you're not really appreciated. You're kind of pushed off into a corner by yourself and left there. And, like I said, working in a group isn't working for you. I don't. If you wanted to, if I go with the next card there, the 9 of Cups, that kind of shows a pretty happy person. So that would probably be your boss. And they are, they are appreciative of you. They're just not real easy to get to, because as you can see, they're pushed back here in the corner, and they've got a wall all around them and stuff like that. But so I do think they appreciate you. I do think something is going to stop at work. Something's going to stop and start. You may finish one project and start another project, and I think that project is going to be really good emotionally for you. I think you're going to really grab onto that and take hold and be very inspired by it. But again, I also want you to be mindful of that balance. Be mindful of that. But yeah, I would say your bosses are appreciative. All right, so you reached your goal, bountiful sea turtle. You reached your goal. How should you approach going after your next goal? Apparently, the same way you did going against this goal, because it worked, right? It worked this time. What makes you think it won't work again? That's always the trick. I was for promotion many times, but our highest boss always canceled it, even if my next superiors always wanted me to be promoted. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. It sounds like, you know, something is going to end and something's going to start over, and well, maybe that's a completely new job. Maybe you're looking, and because whatever comes next, whatever that next thing is that comes after the death card, is going to be very emotionally satisfying. It's going to be such a really good start, such a good start. Oh, we got the Queen of Cups right in the middle again. Look at that. And I've got the Nine of Rods, which I had the Nine of Wands in the last one. So, very interesting. Different deck. Same cards. All right. So how do you go about getting to your next goal? Well, first off, you have to set out towards your next goal. You have to actually start doing. You have to actually start moving forward. You know, not looking back at your last goal, which is great. It's great that you made that goal. But you also have to remember that, you know, you need to be looking this way to move forward. You want to be looking that way. And then once you do, then things are going to go swimmingly for you. You know, they're going to go really well. Again, you're going to be able to do. You're going to really think about things. You're really going to work on emotions. You're really going to work on you're really going to deeply contemplate how things are going with your next goal. And of course, you'll have choices. You know, here we go, choices, and you know that's easy to read. Just okay, she's got choices to make, but you're going to have choices that are extremely. They're not going to be the easiest choices, and again, you're going to have to really think hard and work this out in your mind. What's the best choice for you? Because you have to bridge the gap. Right? You've got to get from one side to the other side, and that's not going to be easy. You know, this is where you are now, and this is your goal. And if you want to get from one side to the other side, you have to know what choice to make. What's going to be the best choice to get you across that gap? You know, it looks like it's really high. If you look at the bottom, right? So I really think that's the story. I mean, you can do it. You'll absolutely do it. But you're just going to have to put your mind to it and make the right decision that's going to get you from one point to the other point safely. You know, it's got to be something that's going to get you from here to there safely. As you can see, she's kind of teetering on a stick, on the Ace of Rods. And that is not very safe. But it is a new beginning for you. So you get to that next goal and it'll be another new beginning. So that's what I get. That's what I see for you, bountiful sea turtle. That is what I see. Lizelle, yes, I'm searching for a new job. Exactly. Then that's what the death and the Ace of Cups was for. The death card is the end of this job and the start of a new job, and you're going to be really excited and inspired, and about the new job. It's going to make you extremely happy. We have a balanced life in the next career if you decide to switch jobs. All right, this is going to be my last reading. This will be my last reading. All right, Lizelle. So if you do change careers, Will you be happy there? Will you be successful? Will you have that home work, that work and home balance? Will you have that balance that I kept talking about? It's funny because that's what my old employer used to always say. Oh, you have to make, we want you to have a really good home, a really good work and home balance. And then they'd keep you at work for 12 hours a day. Make you go out to meetings and stuff after work. So I don't know how you balance your home life when you're never home. How do you balance the home life when you're never home? So yeah, I see you searching for another job right there in the beginning. You can see it yourself. You're searching, you're looking out over the vast sea of jobs. The job sea, right? There it is. It's all right there for you to look at, and you can definitely see it. You are looking out to try and find that new career. Yeah, it is like starting over, sea turtle. Very exciting times. But I see where once you find it, it's going to be, you're going to be really good at it. Just like we had before, where it was the death card and then the ace of cups, and it was going to be really good. Here again, it's showing that after you're done looking for the job and you get it, you're going to do really well. You'll be very triumphant in it. You'll be very good at it, and you'll have a lot of people who support you. And I think these are your new bosses. This would be like new bosses and stuff like that. Yeah, sometimes work 13 hours a day. Exactly. How do you have a balance? How do you take care of how do you have a home life and a social life at all when you're never home and can't be social, right? Stay strong, basically. Stay strong. That's going to be a big deal. And then you're kind of flanked by two kings. You got the King of Wands again, which is, you had the King of Wands before, which is someone who is extremely career focused and mature about their career. Somebody who's very passionate about their career. And that's you. You will be, when you get this new job, you will be extremely, you'll want to do the best job you can possibly do, because you're going to love the job so much. You're going to love the job. And like I said, they're going to love the way you do it. And you also then you can also see where you are, very mindful of things, very serious, but very smart. You're very smart. You're a very smart person. So you'll be able to go far. You will be able to go far in this new job. It's just a matter of, you gotta stay strong. You have to balance. Again, strength is all about balancing. You've got head and heart, or maybe heart and head. I don't know. One or the other, right? But you got to balance them both. You got to balance your mind and the body. So you got to balance yourself. You definitely have to do that. And again, this is showing you a lot of the same things the last one showed you. So, all right, Lizelle, that's what I got. That's what I get for you. I know you don't have a social life. I understand that. I can understand that. So maybe this new job will help you with your social life, and then you'll be asking me about a love interest next. All right. So everybody, you all have a good night. That was our last question. If you get a chance, once again, stop over at nightreadertarot.com for all your night reader tarot needs. All right. So keep that in mind. I hope you guys all have a really good night. And I will see you all tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. All right. And you're very, very welcome. You all have a good night. Thank you so much. Thank you.